This feels like a strike. Ooh, that's a strike.
Welcome back to JR Pro Shop Vids. Today we have the new Spectre from Storm. Jungo is back once again, and he's comparing this new Sim Pearl to 2 other Sim Pearls. So the core in here is the Vector core. It's brand new to the bowling world. It looks very interesting, so I'm excited to see what it does to make this bowling ball react down lane. And in addition to that, we have the R3S Pearl Reactive Coverstock. Today, against the Spectre, we have the 900 Global Zen and 900 Global Wolverine. Everyone knows this ball, super famous, the Zen, used by many. It's very smooth, controllable, and has a nice round shape down lane. And just last month, we reviewed the 900 Global Wolverine. This ball hooks a little bit less than the Zen, but we know that it is a bit sharper down lane. So curious to see how the Spectre performs against both of these. Today we have 2 patterns. The right lane is a house shot carbon, 42 feet. Very simple, gives you a lot of miss room. And on the left lane, we have Mercury. 5-to-1 pattern, 40 feet, about the same volume as the house shot. However, it's gonna be much more difficult, not as much miss room. Same layouts on all 3 of these balls, so it's gonna make for a very fair comparison. Jung says 65 by 5 by 25. I'm not sure what these numbers mean, but it's good for him. Enough talking here, let's send it to Jung on the lanes.
All right, Jungo's back. Just did the ball review for the Nova. We're on the same pair of lanes here with the Spectre. This ball is completely different. Where the Nova was super early, controllable, hooked a lot. This is gonna be the opposite. It's not gonna hook very much. It's gonna get down the lane pretty far, and it's gonna make a pretty hard left turn for me as a righty. So ideally, probably wanna bowl in a little bit lighter oil conditions, or when the lanes have been bowled on a whole bunch. But we're on kind of fresh here, so we'll see how it goes. House shot. Not a bad shot, just bowling a little bit too far down lane before it started to hook, left the weak 10. Let's just bump a couple boards to the right. But as you can see, it's super late and really sharp compared to the Nova already. A little light with the last shot. Let's move 2 boards to the right. Keep the break point the same. Yeah, so just moving 2 boards to the right. I hit the drive boards a little bit sooner, which smoothed out the reaction a little bit and went through the pins really nice. So probably not ideal to use on the fresh, but it's looking okay. Let's throw that again. Floats down the lane really easy, and then makes a nice, hard left turn. It's gonna be really good for later in the day when the lane's a little bit drier, or the conditions a little bit lighter volume of oil. Good stuff. All right, let's throw the trusty old Zen. One of the most popular balls ever. I think the Zen here is gonna look a little earlier and a little bit more. Same line. Wow, that ball looks sweet on every oil pattern. Doesn't matter. So yeah, definitely earlier, a little bit rounder shape, so a little bit more smooth. Covers a couple more boards, I think. Let's move a couple left here with the Zen. This ball is so popular. Threw it a little hard there, but not bad. Okay, let's go over the Wolverine. Wolverine is the ball that I take at the bottom of my bag if you watch the 6-ball Arsenal vid. This is my go-to. So the Wolverine is the ball I bring if I know we're gonna bowl lots of games or if the volume of oil is gonna be pretty low. Wolverine comes with. All right, same line as the Spectre that struck. Pretty darn similar. Maybe the Spectre might be a little sharper. That is really similar to the Spectre. I think the Spectre is a little sharper though. Let's throw it one more time. Same line. Okay, just a hair sharper with the Spectre. But if you already have the Wolverine, I don't think you need both. But if you just have the Zen, then yeah, you should get a Wolverine or a Spectre one step below that. Okay, one more with the Spectre. Let's go over to the challenge shot. let's head over to Mercury, 40-foot challenge pattern. All right, halfway through the vid, question time with Jungo. What are your bowling goals for 2022, since this is our second vid of the new year? Let me know what your goals are down in the comments below. My goal is to bowl the regional tour in Northwest. Hopefully I get to the States, but that's just me. Let me know what you want to do down in the comments. All right, we're over here on the Mercury, just a little bit less forgiving than the house pattern. Same length, same volume of oil, kind of, basically. So let's see how it goes. Probably not the ideal ball to use on the fresh here, but give it a shot. All right, that didn't look too bad, actually. On the fresh, the error room is not as much as it could be if I were to use something else, I think. Just because this ball, it does go really long and snap really hard. So my error room is a little smaller. Look pretty good though. Let's move to left. So I think the drier the lanes get and the further left you go with this ball, the better it's gonna look. Just because it likes to retain that energy for a long time. Yeah, it's a couple boards move left there in rapid 10, so not that much room for error with this ball on a fresh condition. This should be a ball that you get later on to fill in your bag at the bottom, that you need something that goes down the lane really far, makes that corner down lane. All right, I think this is ideal for the Zen. We just wrapped a 10 with the Spectre. Zen's gonna hook a little earlier and a little more, so I think this is the perfect spot. Ooh, 9-pin. Missed a hair to the left though. Let's try and hit my spot. Well, you can tell that ball just reads much earlier. It's gonna give you a much better look on like fresher conditions than something like the Spectre or the Wolverine. Yeah, it's a sim pearl and all that, but the core is so big that wants to rev up a little earlier, so that's what makes the difference. Ooh, see how strong that Zen is? Much stronger than the Spectre and the Wolverine, much stronger. Let's move a couple more to the left with the Zen. That should be the happy zone for it. This feels like a strike. So the Zen's a few boards more than the Spectre and the Wolverine, for sure. Much better on fresher conditions. Okay, this is the same line as the Zen here. I might 2-pin, because it's gonna hook at like 3 to 4 boards left. Ooh, that's not a 2-pin. That's a strike. But as you can see the reaction, the shape of it, the Wolverine definitely has more pop down lane than the Zen, but the Zen's gonna hook more, earlier and more. Put the Spectre on that line. Maybe I'll go a little longer, a little sharper. Yeah, I missed a little left there. Definitely a little sharper than the Wolverine, but you don't need both. Too close. I think I'm still gonna take the Wolverine, my tournament bag, just because it does hook a little bit more smooth, a little bit more predictable for me. Yeah, I think that's just a touch later and a touch sharper than the Wolverine. And the Zen is a little bit earlier and a couple boards more. Yeah, one more shot. A little 3 more to the left. Slow it down. All right, back to the shot. Quiet on set. All right, back from the lanes, throwing the new Storm Spectre. And as you can see from our last vid, same patterns, same lanes as the Nova. But boy, is this ball completely different. Total opposite end of the spectrum. The Nova was super early, super rolly, predictable, hooked a ton. This ball is the opposite. Goes super far down lane, makes a crazy left turn, and it's probably pretty good for dry lanes or lanes that have been beat up. Lots of games bowled on it, this and that. So 2 totally different balls by Storm on this release. So we first started out in the house condition on the right lane, threw it against the Zen and the Wolverine, just because the Zen is like the most popular sim pearl ball that there is. And the Wolverine is what I take to tournaments at the low end of my bag when the lanes are fried up or the volume of oil is pretty low or medium. So against the Zen definitely hooks earlier and a little bit more, just because the bigger core, stronger cover, it's just gonna dig in a little bit harder. So I think the Zen hooks about 3 to 5 boards more, and it's a little bit smoother. You can really see that it has that extra little recovery down lane where the Spectre and the Wolverine don't. So Zen is just a step up from the Spectre and the Wolverine. And then comparing these two, they're fairly similar. I think the Spectre is just a little longer and a touch sharper. But if you already have the Wolverine, I don't think you need the Spectre as well. They're too close. We were bowling on fairly fresh conditions there. I did the ball review for the Nova just before the Spectre review, so there was a little bit of play. And the Spectre looked pretty good. So did the Wolverine on the house condition, but that's to be expected. Everything's gonna look pretty good. But we went over to Mercury on the left lane, 40-foot challenge, and had some play on there with the Nova and the physics and the X1, so the lanes were a little beat up. And the further left I got, the better these balls look, right? We already know that from the Zen. You want to get left, you want to slow hook it, this ball is going to keep hooking. Spectre just a little longer and a touch sharper than the Wolverine. So again, really close, or even on the challenge shot, and just a slight step down from the Zen here. When the Zen is just hooking a little too early, a little too much, then you want to go down to the Wolverine or the Spectre here. Two really good options for late in the day when the lanes are beat up, and you need the ball to really float down, get down the lane nice and easy. I would recommend this ball to people with a little bit heavier roll, so that means a little bit more up the back of it, and they have trouble getting the ball down the lane and having it hook down lane, which everything seems to hook a little bit early for them just the way they throw it. So this and the Wolverine are a couple of balls that'll be good for those kind of people. Also, if you're bowling lawns tournaments or on conditions where the oil isn't that heavy, Spectre or the Wolverine here are going to be really good. The Wolverine's just a hair smoother than the Spectre here, so if you want something with a little bit more pop, then you got to get the Spectre. But if you want something a little bit more smooth, then I think the Wolverine is the way to go. If you need something just at the low end of your bag, just to fill that gap in at the end of the day. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to let me know down in the comments below, what is your bowling goals for 2022? Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next vid.